Hello folks, and we are here with another Vintage Masters draft. Going into this, kind of want to try Storm, if it's open. It's kind of miserable if you're the only one going for it. I mean, if you're not the only one going for it. Well, we got some good picks here. We got a Plateau, which is just a money card. But it does open up splashes if you wanted to get really down to it as in terms of a pick. I mean, it's probably not the strongest pick here. I'd say Flametone Kavu or Elephant Guide would be my top choices if I was just playing to pick something, something just to win. The Plateau is always just a good money card. Well, it's 2 tickets. It's not that much, actually. There's also High Tide and Nightscape Familiar. High Tide's kind of like the crucial piece for Storm, and I'm kind of tempted to just take it here. I think like Plateau's like 2 tickets, and yeah, I'm just gonna take Plateau. Enough money cards and just pays for the draft. So. From here, we got Counterspell, Prophetic Bolt. Karmic Guide is very good. Karmic Guide is probably the pick here, actually. As much as I want to draft Storm, if I'm just getting past like really powerful cards like this one, I think I'm just going to take this. What else do we have? Okay, so of the pack, I'd say Karmic Guide's the strongest, followed by possibly Counterspell. Prophetic Bolt's very strong. Roar of the Worm is very good. Exile's good for the control. Finhorn Elves is probably second best in this pack, just because it's so consistent and it gives such explosive plays. So I'd go like Karmic Guide, Elves, probably Counterspell, then like Prophetic Bolt and Roar from this pack. I'm just going to go with Karmic Guide. I think I should be happy with that. Maybe we can go for the Cycle deck. I know that archetype is open in red-white. But honestly, I've seen like 1 Lightning Rift ever in like my three drafts so far. So I don't have high hopes for that actually going off. But I don't know. It might happen. If we wanted to pursue Storm, we could just pick Obsessive Search, but that's kind of miserable. Breath of Life is good for graveyard shenanigans, and we could kind of push for that type of deck, I suppose. Sidar is good for offensive, aggressive beats. And Deathblade Elite is surprisingly very powerful. There's a lot of 1 toughness creatures that he can just pick off, like Nightscape Familiar, Mesmeric Fiend, a bunch of stuff that he just kills. And also he's a very powerful blocker too, because he's like a fog bank kind of. I kind of want to go big with the Breath of Life though. I feel like that could be a very powerful archetype that I can supplement with Karmic Guide. Maybe I'm going a little bit too overboard right off the bat, but I don't know. It seems like it could be good. Here again we have the Deathblade Elite. We got a Dark Ritual, which I just don't feel is kind of important to any archetype. Even the Storm one just goes offline with like High Tide and Frantic Search and like a Nightscape Familiar. But even Nightscape Familiar I'd want over Dark Rituals because of how important Frantic Searches are. Chartooth Cougar is actually good with Plateau. You know, you just Mountain Cycle for the Plateau and then you have it ready for Breath of Life or Karmic Guide. That's going big, I suppose. There's a good bunch of black cards here, though, and not too much in the other colors. I don't want to go into green, or else that might have been a pick. I could just take the Predatory Night Stalker. I think it's the strongest card here. I feel like I can get like Chartooth Cougar later, so I'm keeping my options open. I could take another one of the Predatory Night Stalkers, or I could take like a Benawash Trapper, which is in a color that I'm more likely to try and stick with. So I feel like I'm going to take that over the Night Stalker and see how it goes. We still have some inklings of the Storm deck. All Familiar and Obsessive Search. Not so much Aquamova. And the rest here is just kind of okay. Like the Shoat is good. Predatory Night Stalker is good. This is good for aggro. These are just good, solid, aggressive cards. I don't really want to go for an aggressive deck though. I'm going to go for the Trapper. Try to sort my mana cost. I'm not really sure where I want to go just yet. I keep pointing at the Storm cards that I want to be running, but I don't think. Well, we'll see. We'll see what wheels. Got Onk, which is not what I want to be doing in my deck. Bunch of black cards. Mesmeric Fiend's good. Addle's okay. Nature's Lord's good. The Faithful is very good though for control decks, for anything that wants to slow down the board state for a bit. And I don't know, I'm kind of dirtling right now, and I kind of like dirtling, so I'm going to take that. So we're having the makings of some sort of white control type of deck. If I can go for the Astral Slide deck, I mean, it's very ambitious, but if I can pick up like those good Blink Enablers and uncommon range, then I'll definitely go for that. Otherwise, if I can pick up some reanimation targets, that'd be nice too. I guess it's time to pick up the Chartreuse Cougar. The Death Blade Elite's very good, as I said, but I feel like the Cougar just has more potential here, more explosive potential. We already have a Plateau that he can fetch. We have Breath of Life to bring him back, and we have Karmic Guide. We're getting a 4/4 that can pump itself at a discount. I think that's good. And he just smooths out the curve a bit, because he can be a 2-drop that fetches the Plateau for mana fixing. So far, not really sure where we want to go. I feel like white is relatively open. Black seems fairly open. I'm not sure how the Storm deck is going to actually come about. I don't know how much I like this Griffin. I really do like the Faithful though. So I'm going to be taking that here. I don't know if that's the right call, but it lets me dirtle to win, and I think that's fine. Wall of Diffusion is something that I like picking up eventually, just because there's white has really, really powerful shadow creatures, and you can just get stomped by them if you don't have a proper sideboard. So that's something to look out for. But the Faithful is also just very powerful at stopping that sort of stuff. Sacrifice, ice, target creature, and opponent controls. Huh. It could be cute if we had big creatures. There's not much else here that I want. Could just take it. Yeah, I feel like it could be a decent sideboard card. Nightscape Familiar Wield. That's going to be a powerful addition to the black-blue Storm decks. But we're not going to focus on that too much. We've got a Scabland, which aids in their mana fixing, I suppose. It does tap to hurt us. We could take the Wall of Diffusion. We also take the Griffin, but we're already filling up on 4-drops, and this one just doesn't seem too attractive to me. I'm going to take the 2-drop here. And it really does play a really pivotal role against the shadow creatures. Here, there's not much we want, just like random janky green stuff and a Mesmeric Fiend. I'm just going to take the Fiend. I don't plan on using it, but whatever. I mean, I'm not locked into red by any means. I only have one kind of good card so far. Make that 2. Black does seem open though. The Death's Head Buzzard is very powerful in this format. There's a lot of 1 toughness creatures, as I already mentioned, that it just blows out. I guess I'll just take that Obsessive Search. It's very good in Storm. Well, not very good, it's decent in Storm. I'll take the Step, that's good. Good cycling. Cycling's always good. Again, if I could pick like an Astral Slide in the next booster or the next 2 boosters, that'd make it much more powerful. I also want to take the Lightning Rift or whatever it's called. I need to look up the name. Panic Rift. Did we just get lucky with an expensive card? I would love to see us getting lucky with an expensive card. It's fairly expensive, yeah. And I think it's absolutely the best card for us. It's the Sol Ring for free. The second best card would be, so we're thinking that the second best card is the Battle Screech for sure, for us at least. And then that's it. That's it for us in this pack. Otherwise, Animate Dead's incredibly powerful. It's kind of like what we want to be doing, except far more efficient. Frantic Search is probably the most important card for Storm, because it lets you go off. It also generates mana with Nightscape Familiar and High Tide. Mana War is also very good, always. Chainer's Edict is also very good, always. Well, not always, but it's good. But yeah, we're taking the Mana Crypt. Yeah. Serendipity free. We could just like, we could ditch the white. I mean, we could ditch the red still, and just take like Serendipity free, because that's insane. It's a huge beater. We got like a Phantom Nomad that he's good, but he's not like irreplaceable or anything. And then we just don't have much else. We could take a shot at Serendipity free and then go from there. I think like we can do better than Phantom Nomad in our final build. So I'm just gonna take the best card here. I think that's Serendipity free. This card's a beater. I lost horribly to it before. The Trample is what really gets you, and the Regenerate. Then otherwise, this pack is kind of mediocre. The Chainer's Edict and everything, but I'm gonna take the free. Let's start by converting mana cost again. So we could end up in blue. That wouldn't be the worst. We have a Karn, but I don't think that's the pick. Dreampod Druid is absurd. He gets, it's each upkeep you make a token, not just your upkeep. It's each one. So if you don't have a removal spell for him, like very soon, he just wins you the game. But here it's the Battle Screech. I don't think I'm going to be wheeling the Nomad Captain, but the Battle Screech is just so good. It's so much value. Despite me having like already 2 4-drops, it's just so good, such value. And I'll probably wheel like the Radiant Judgment or a Shelter, both of which have a high chance of entering my deck. Yeah, Battle Screech is great. Here we don't have much. Flusterstorm. That's a card, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely a card. What were we skipping to take it? That's like a kind of decently pricey card. We're skipping. Stoic Champion could be good in the right deck. We could make that the right deck by taking like Renewed Faith and random stuff like that. But I'm just gonna take the Flusterstorm. Very drafting and all. Here, I really like Benevolent Bodyguards. They're just incredibly powerful. And Channel's also very good. Not in our deck, but we'll see how pricey it is. Yeah, these cards are still pretty pricey. Wait, I'm actually looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the channel here. We're drafting. Brain Freeze is pretty late in terms of coming around, because this is a very good modern finisher, definitely. Here I'm just gonna take the Noble Templar. It's another Cycler. Still holding out on the hope that maybe we can get like Astral Slide or something, but it fetches mana fixes for us, and it could be brought back to life with Breath of Life or Karma Cat or whatever. I think that's better than like this Moon Griffin. I think we're good on the Cyclones at this point. Here I'm just going to take the Afterlife. It deals with things that the other cards just can't. I think that's better than the Trapper. Actually the Trapper's probably better. Yeah, I'm going to pick up the Trapper here. It seems like white is fairly open. Like, the Trapper is one of the best cards for white control at least. Another Faithful, yeah. That'll work. Temporal Fissure. So, yeah, Storm was underdrafted this time. That kind of sucks. Because I feel like the one time I'm going to try to go for Storm, I'm just going to have, like, 2 people competing for me, and it's never going to work out. But this time it seems like it was a no-brainer. But I'm going to take the 3rd Faithful. I mean, you could never go wrong with Terra's Faithful. You just keep playing them, generating more and more time for you, and then just win with something. Whatever. Animate Dead? Animate Dead is a card. Just have a Mana War. We only have Serendipity Freak right now. We have no red cards. Like, red seems really cut, so we might have to be looking for a different color. And, I guess Mana War is good with Serendipity Freak, at least. But Animate Dead is also incredibly powerful. I'm just going to take the Mana War. Hopefully that works out fine. I'm going to take the Floodplain, because if we do run blue-white, then I like the mana fixing. Ophidian or Shelter. Shelter's a good combat trick. Ophidian, it just doesn't have any... It won't have any way to actually get in there for damage. But it does hold back an opponent rather well. I think I'm going to take it actually. We have Mana War. Here, do I take the Storm? Or do we need Faith? Storm. Faith. I think I'll just take Renewed Faith. Another Bodyguard or Deathblade Elite. I'll take the Bodyguard. And sure, there's a Shelter. So red just isn't working out. We've seen like no red at all. So as much as I'd like to go red, because I have 2 Chartreuse Cougars and a Plateau, I just don't see any reason to. Like, if we could pick up some Flametongue Caboose, and I'll happily run it. We didn't get any of like the Astral Slides or anything either to make that type of stuff work. Anyway, but yeah, only a healer. That's not the card that I really want to run. It's good with the Provoke dude though. I don't really want to run Triangle. We need a couple more power cards and then we should be fine. Alright, last pack is not too much for us. I guess there's like a Radiance, but Tega can be sold for monies. And I think that's just what I'm going to be taking here. I think I'm okay passing Radiance. I mean, I need some more finishers, but it also works really well with Battle Screech, actually. No, but this is like 6 tickets. I'm going to take that. I don't think Radiant's going to wheel, but whatever. I'll just take that. Sideboard. Okay, there's a shiny Lion's Eye Diamond. That looks tempting. There's also just not much else here. Yeah, this is 22 tickets, so I'm glad to be past this, I guess. What are we passing here? Passing Sidar or Terra's Faithful and not much else. So, yeah. Rare picking. Not going to be running it, but rare picking. Imperial Armor. Probably not what we want. But there's just not much here. It's like Fires of Yamaya. we mountain cycle, this could actually be decent. Now we don't really have like crazy fatties or anything either. Oh, what do we have? I guess we can do Glass Cloak Carrier. It's not the worst, it's just a wind drake for us. Yeah, we'll just take the wind drake. Nothing else here. Another Vanillus Trapper, or we could go for like Greater Hellion. I mean, it kills all of our stuff, but it is a finisher, and we're kind of lacking one. Yeah, it does kill all of our stuff. I think that's fine though. We just Dirtle and then like Greater Hellion. Wipe the board. Like we can get a third Trapper, but I feel like that's kind of miserable. You never really want to have two of them on the board, because that's starting to be quite a mana commitment. Ophidian's okay, but one's fine, and the Griffin's fine, but we have so many 4-drops. Radiant Judgment's more of a sideboard card. I think we can run a Hellion, and that gives us a reason to be in red, I guess. And have like the Cougars and stuff as our deck. There's really nothing here. Like this final pack is pretty garbage. Like our blue is kind of meh. I think I'm gonna be running. We'll take this actually. 3 damage. Can cycle it to ping. Seems fine. Yeah, we're just going. We're going red, I think. I think that's better. Could pretend the Cougars are 2-drops. Seems fine. That's what I wanted. I want an Astral Slide like eons ago. We don't have... Well, actually we do have Terra's Faithful and we have Karmic Guide to combo with it. It's just unfortunate that we got this so late. Fire Blast is not what we really want to be doing, and none of these other cards are terribly relevant, so let's take Astral Slide. Again, more cards that aren't very relevant to us. Rites of Initiation is good, like Battle Screech, but I think we'll just take the Secluded Step. 2 of them is not bad. We want yet another Terra's Faithful. Do we want Scrivener? Scrivener works with the instant. Works with... No. Renewed Faith, maybe. Shelter. Works with 3 things. That's not very good. Whereas, well, it is just a beater. I mean, we don't want to run it another 6-drop. So, no, Terra's Faithful is always good. I'm just going to take that. And we can have the Emissary as like one of our beaters to close games. That seems fine. Oh my god, so many Terra's Faithful. Okay, I think at 4 maybe I should stop picking them up. Do I want to have like main deck Renewed Faith just on the off chance that I'm going to have Astral Slide? Absolutely not. I could go for Aquamoba, but I don't really need it. It's not efficient. I'm just going to take it for Terra's Faithful. I'm going to take the Mountain Valley in case there's something that I really want to do it with. I want the Griffin. Griffin brings inevitability. Gilded Light, though, is Storm sideboard, so I think I'm going to take that. No Bodyguard, sure. Good stuff. Okay. So we actually ended up with less playables than I thought we had. So there's probably some creatures that I should have been taking instead. Our 4-drop section is kind of ridiculous. And I just realized the channel is not really worth anything in Vintage Masters. So I think we passed a Battle Screech for that, and that's really unfortunate because the actual ways to win are very slim. We got like Cougars, 4/4s, and 3/6, and 6/6. Then we got this Emissary. But otherwise, we're not really going to get in there with Terra's Faithful. Hopefully we can get in there with Battle Screech, like Karmic Guide and stuff. But yeah, it seems okay. I think we need 17 lands. We got so many ways of cycling from lands, so maybe we can go even less. But we just don't have any more cards to put in, really. Could, like, throw in Brilliant Halo, I guess. Shelter. Shelter's a good combat trick. Can't really splash for blue, I don't think. I mean, it could, but it's very clunky. I wish this was like a Plains and Naked Plains cycle for at least. I guess I'll take Benevolent Bodyguard number 2. And I suppose the Shelter's fine because of cantrips. And that's it. So we get 1 Secluded Step, 2 Secluded Step, Tega, or Plateau, and then we just add lands, and voila. We got an incredibly dirty deck this time. 10-4 seems good. Maybe, actually, 9-5. That just feeds the Cougar a little bit better, because that is our late game plan. Yeah, 5 mountains plus plateau should be fine for the late game. We don't really need red early, other than like the wall diffusion on turn 2. It's not really super needed. We'd also take out a bodyguard and throw in Gilded Light or Brilliant Halo, just as a little bit more oomph to our creatures. Actually, I think that's what I want to do. Shelter. Yeah, that's what I want to do. It makes our creatures a little bit bigger because they're kind of small and sad looking. So that's the deck. We're going to gain a lot of life. That is for sure. We're not going to kill things very quickly. Hopefully we can kill things. So we have the Emissary for that. Yeah, let's see how it goes.